Hello, so today I created another agent, a RAG agent specifically for SSHPK. This is a hotel management service in Islamabad and Murray specifically. And what I did in this agent is that first of all, I fetched the data out of that website. And how I did that is I used this HTTP request, a simple GET request to fetch the data from that website, and I used the code node to extract all the links from that raw HTML, and after that I used this Firecrawl API to scrape URL and get their content for all URLs. I did that same thing, and after that I fed the data to my Supabase vector store. And in yesterday's video I used simple text splitter, and what that was doing was uh, I used the chunk size 1000, and I used chunk overlap equals to around 200. And what that thing was doing, that if there is a text of around 1100 characters, it will gonna cut the first 1000 characters and will gonna put into the cell of my Supabase database, and in the next row or in the next cell it will gonna chunk the last 50 characters of my first row, and we're gonna use those last 50 characters and the other remaining characters, and we're gonna put that into the second row or the second cell in my Supabase. And I used in today's video, I used this recursive character text splitter. What it does is that I've used the chunk size 1000, which means that it will gonna look into that, whatever there is a paragraph, if it is of around 1100 characters or 1100 words, it will gonna use that and will gonna keep intact the meaning there in such a way that it will gonna either summarize that, or it will gonna um, intact the whole meaning of that text there. And we'll use this 1000 words chunk size to be very precise to place that in cell, and chunk overlap remains same. So in recursive character text splitter, we just don't go randomly splitting the text out according to the hard-coded demand we have, but what we do instead is that we make the whole text split out in such a way that it keeps the meaning of that paragraph there, or maybe that whole block there, so that whenever the agent goes into that cell, it specifically gets the whole data out of that cell and gets the whole meaning, instead of just getting a random thing or maybe uh, a small chunk of that whole data. And after that I used this Supabase store to chat with it using my Gemini, obviously 2.5 Flash, and I used to chat with it, and I inquired about how many hotels you have under your management, and obviously it didn't have the location of that whole hotel system, so it didn't give me that at that moment. But what we can see is that there are 6 hotels mentioned under the drop down and in their nav bar, and I have those all 6 hotels mentioned here. And it has the data of locations of those hotels, of a few of them, for Fogland it mentions that it is in Murray and all that stuff. So that's it for today, and I'll gonna update it to book the tables and all that stuff, and even to go on to tell the locations of these hotels soon. In my next video I'll gonna update that soon. So thanks for watching.